Dad approached the Plough to see about a show because he's got a huge body of work, and he basically the guy in charge said we'd rather get in someone younger as well, and so he said, would you bring in your daughter and we'd do a joint one, which is good. It's good to see it'll be good to see the contrast between the two works, because I think Dad sort of deals with the more kind of darker aspects of perhaps human nature, and I suppose mine I'm trying to look more for the light and more for kind of perhaps uplifting. So it'll be good to see how they work, because we've never had them side by side like that. A lot of these haven't been shown before. This is quite new. Just wrapped it up ready. Basically it's autobiographical images under the surface, so I'm looking at building up different layers or aspects of my life. So this one involves lots of drawing beforehand, also photography. So this is an old photograph of where I grew up, which is where Dad now lives, and then the whole ground of the painting is built off of these images. So this is sort of whole network of images under the surface. And then there's images of my children, Leah and Lola, turned into lino print, and they've emerged as part of the scene. And also I've got this, some of the children's drawings, because I absolutely love how they start with circles and then the circles evolve to people. So covered the whole surface in collage first, then I start painting, and then, well, I remember this one I actually got the sponge out, and you sort of start working in and seeing what's there, and as I say, it's the surprise of not always knowing. By the time I've got to a certain point, I can't remember what was going on under here. It's that ambiguity. So the whole thing is kind of a process of concealing, revealing, and seeing what's under. It's always quite nice not knowing quite what's underneath the surface, because you sort of start sort of scratching away a bit or writing, and then you find aspects, oh, what's that? And there's that kind of what's happening under the surface going on. And I suppose because I'm interested in psychology and the nature of the different layers of the personality, I'm sort of exploring that idea of different layers. You've got your outward face, and then your true core, and the various more sort of dreamlike world, and then you've got the more kind of reality, physical reality. I mean, this is the thing, everyone will read a different story into the work and relate to their own life. So that would be nice if people, although this is autobiographical, it'd be nice if people took away their own story and relate to it in their own way. And a lot of people do that. They'll come in and someone came and said, that's Ireland. They're like, no, it's not. Well, it could be to them. So that's the thing, it could be anywhere, and that's why it's called Somewhere. It started based on a photo. We used to go to the Scilly Isles a lot, and Scilly Isles to me was always magical when we used to go as children. So it was based on that, and then it's obviously the way your memory works. It's got other landscapes in there as well. So it's got this area. So because I regularly go walking along the coastline, making loads of sketches, looking across to Saunton, looking down to Heartland, you know, all that coastline. And I often see the sea as sort of representing the unconscious and how things kind of surface and emerge. So when painting, it's a bit like, it's sort of like that in a way, things emerging out of your unconscious into your present sort of your reality.
That could all become quite dark.
It could become dark, but I choose to see the side where it makes you feel more fully alive. If you're aware of the shadow, I think you'll live more fully.
When you set out to create an artwork, do you know where it's going to end up?
No, I don't know where it's going to end up. I start usually thinking about all the under imagery, and that can influence the top imagery.
So do you find yourself returning over and over again to the same work?
I usually have a few on the go at the same time, and I'll kind of, just keep working out till it just got its own sort of voice, really. That one's finished. I just need to I'm getting it ready for the exhibitions. I just need to paint around the edges.
So do they speak to you? Do they say, I'm done now?
Yeah, it's strange. They feel complete, and it's always a hard thing working out when it's finished. But I know it's always the trouble with paintings. You could always sort of overdo it, and then it kind of kills its energy. The energy. The one that isn't finished is this one, which it's only small, but I know it's just not there. Yeah, the one at the minute, there's just something not right. I haven't worked out what it is. It just needs something else, and then it will feel complete.
And tell me about your relationship with your dad. I mean, does he critique your work?
Yeah. I do like to hear what Dad's got to say, and we have our disagreements. But I do appreciate he's got good advice. He's obviously really skilled, so I appreciate what he says, and he sees different things in the work he's good at giving advice, but it won't accept any himself. He's not afraid to show work that's controversial or work that makes people feel uncomfortable. But he doesn't. For instance, he's working on paintings, and he won't let me see what he's working on. So it could be quite a surprise at the Plough what he actually does.
And is there any area of commonality? Could you look at a picture and go, oh yeah, that's a Hyde, without specifying it's a Rick or a Zoe?
I think they are so different. So, Dad's work, for the most part, is so different. It's figurative. It's got that dark edge. It's more controversial, probably. And the group scenes, he's done a lot of group scenes as well. So I think that's probably his recognisable style.
But that's good to have that in a place where you're exhibiting together.
Yeah.
Because it means people will come in and have very different experiences.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there will be a different, because not everyone's going to like my work. Not everyone will like Dad's, or maybe both. There'll be something, completely different styles, and take different things from them, and seeing something so different in that space will be good.